Hello, Professor Benavides here. Let's finish talking about Chapter 4. This is Task 10. So we're going to talk about virtual desktops, virtual screens. Let's go ahead and read the directions to this task, and then we'll improvise a little bit. It says open the task view and create 3 desktops. Put WordPad in the first desktop, Weather in the second desktop, and Paint in the third. If you've never used Weather before, it will ask you for your location. You just put in your city, and if you don't have Weather, you should. You can go ahead and use any other application that you like. So the first thing I want to do is I want to point out where the icon is for task view. This is the task view right here. You click on it, you enter in the task view. Now task view really incorporates 2 ideas. At the top, we've got the ability to work with virtual screens, which is task view. And then we also have this ability to, a timeline, the ability to go back in time. We'll cover that later, okay? So here's the icon. The keyboard shortcut is the Windows key tab, and it gets you to the same place. Now, if you don't have this icon on the taskbar, I want you to right mouse click on your taskbar and come over here and make sure there's a check mark on Show Task View. I just know that I've got the Show Cortana. We're not going to use that in this class, so let's go ahead and just take that off. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into task view by whatever means you want to get in. I did the keyboard shortcut, right? And to get out, escape. Want to make sure. So what we're going to do is we're going to put Word in the first desktop, Weather in the second one, and Paint in the third. We want to maximize each app, and then we'll practice moving around. Okay, so let's get into task view. And to create a new virtual screen, you click on this little button here that has a plus sign, new desktop. So new desktop and virtual screen, it's the same thing. Okay, it really gives you 2. I don't know why. So in the first one, let me go ahead and select it, and I'm going to go ahead and then launch. What did I say the first one was going to be? A WordPad, right? So let's start WordPad. So then I'm going to go back to task view, because I'm going to be alternating between these different screens, right? And in the second desktop, I'm going to go ahead and launch Weather. All right. And then in the third desktop, I've got to click the plus sign for the third one. What did I say I was going to put in here? Do y'all remember? It was WordPad, Weather, and then Paint. Okay. It's late at night. Okay, so go to the third one here, and I'm going to put in Paint. Okay, so basically the idea here is that I can go into the task view, Alt-Tab, and go to that other desktop. Now this other desktop could be like Solitaire, a game. So you could have like Solitaire on one desktop, right? You could have Excel on another desktop, right? Your work. And then you could be browsing the internet on another one, right? So it's a little tedious to keep coming over here and then choosing your desktop. Are there keyboard shortcuts? And yes, there are keyboard shortcuts to this. What you want to do is learn the keyboard shortcuts, because they do come in handy. So if you hold down the Control key and the Windows key and the left arrow key, or right arrow key, it depends on where you are in the sequence, right? It takes you to, so here's my first desktop, right? Desktop 1. So I'm at the beginning, I was pressing left. So I'm holding down, guys, I'm holding down the Control key, I'm holding down the Windows key, and now I'm at a complete left, right? So I'm going to go ahead and press the right arrow key for the screen for Weather, and then the other one over here for Paint, right? And then I'm just going left arrow key to the left and release, and there I am. So once it takes a little bit of time to get used to it, but definitely that's the way to go. So if you want to create a new screen, you would go ahead and say Control Windows D. So Control Windows D, it gets D for desktop, and that starts a new desktop, and I can launch something here. Let me go ahead and I'll go ahead and launch Excel, right? I feel like doing a spreadsheet, right? Okay, so how do I navigate here? I can hold down the Control key, the Windows key, and left arrow key, and I have 4 of them now open, right? So that's the keyboard way, and I showed you how to add one, you know, with Control Windows key D. Of course, you could always just come back into, you know, your task view and click on the plus sign here if you want to add another one. If you want to get rid of one of these, you just simply click on the X. If you want the old-fashioned way or the graphical way, if you want to go to desktop 1, you'll click on desktop 1. So sooner or later, you'll get the idea that it's a lot easier to hold down the Control key, the Windows key, and the arrow keys left and right to navigate these. And just imagine I could be like playing solitaire and then going over to Excel, add a few things up, go onto the internet really fast, you know, hold on the Control key, Windows key, right arrow key. It doesn't take a whole lot to do that on here. To close, well, let me go ahead and do a print screen. Let's go ahead and do finish our thing. I'll elaborate a little bit more. So get back into task view, and what I'm asking you to do is I'm asking you to go ahead and to get into task view. I want you to point to the second desktop, point to the desktop and create a print screen. So let's get into task view again, and point to the second desktop. Just point, don't click, and that just highlights the one below so that I can see it better. So when I look at this, I'll say, yeah, this person's got 3 desktops, and you're pointing to the middle one, and it's a very easy thing to figure out, you know, on here. Let's go ahead and do a print screen of this. I'm gonna just press the print screen button, that's fine. And then I'm gonna go ahead and start Paint, and paste. And there I have it on there. I'm going to go ahead and do a file save as. And what am I going to call this? This is task 10, task view. And we can save it as a JPEG if we want to. All right. All right, so that's pretty much it. Remember, you can do Control Alt F4, and that will close the desktop. You know, it closes the desktop. It's the same thing as, you know, if we were to go ahead. Oh, that's the print screen here. It's the same thing as if we were to go ahead and let's go into it again here. Equivalent. Oh yeah, I did close them all. I was doing the F4 Control Windows key F4. You know, so this is the timeline. It's a different idea here. Let's don't get confused with that. So basically, start a new desktop. You click on the plus key, the plus button that starts the different desktops. To close them or to navigate to them, you just click on the X to close it. If you want to navigate to that other key or to that other desktop, you click on it. To close them, you hold on the Control key, the Windows key, and F4. And that when you do that, it closes it and it pushes you into the remaining one. And I do it one more time, and remaining, this is the only one, you know, remaining. You'll notice when I come back over here, there are no more desktops. That's just what I have on my current window. This is my timeline. This is a different topic. Yeah, it does sound a little bit like Time Machine, but I don't want to go there too much. All I want to show you how to do is, you know, how to go ahead and do this task view thing. All right, well, that's all I've got to say about task view. Thank you very much.